Everybody, it's Stephen Williams, founder and president of the creditrepairshop.com. And in today's video, we'll talk about the debt that's being sold on the market. You can see right here, I posted it, huge amounts. And I'm going to tell you about a strategy that debt collectors and lawyers are now using to take people to court, and they want to sue people so they can make new revenue streams for them. We had a YouTube comment, very long comment on this is something that is happening to a couple. And then we're going to answer some other questions uh, from the YouTube channel and also talk a little bit about wealth building. I wanted to throw that in. I did one with real estate. I'm going to talk about the way that I invest in the stock market, and I'm going to show you some information on that. So let's first get started. Here we have um, group of this one here is uh, payday loans is the first one, $1.1 million, 492 accounts, charge off date 2014. The payday loan ones are the ones that are usually going to be within the statute of limitations. They give up on collecting those pretty fast, at least right now they do. And I think the reason why is because they're able to get a higher uh, amount when they sell them to uh, debt collection companies. And the reason why is because debt collectors know that most people that go and get payday loans or are not going to be as savvy on responding to the debt collection letters. So they're going to really be able to steamroll that demographic of a customer. They know they're already in financial trouble because they're taking payday loans, and they're probably not going to be sophisticated in responding. Not to say that they won't be, but more than likely, all of this stuff with buying debt, this stuff is done not just to go and buy like they're gambling. They're gambling on collecting the money, but they're not gambling on when they're looking at the demographic of the customer that they're going to be trying to collect from. They know uh, what type of profile they fit and in how they're going to be able to respond and not be able to respond. The likeliness of them not being able to. Payday loan ones are very highly collected by debt collectors. The next group is $69.6 million mixed credit cards, 4,715 accounts, charge off date 2008, $14,000 is the average balance, 14,700 average balance. Another group here, mixed credit cards, these are all national, all 50 states. 62.2 million, 4,200 counts, 2008, 14,500. Another one, 54 million, uh, 54.9 million, 3,871 accounts, chart update 2008, 14.1 thousand. Another group of mixed credit cards, 38.7 million, 25,000 accounts, charge off date 2008, 1,500 average balance. Uh, this one here, NSF checks 2.1 million, 3,651 accounts, 2006 average charge off date. Those are, I'll speak about those real quick. NSF checks don't even, the statute of limitation is 2 years on them. They can't even come after the people on these. It's all 50 states. Mixed credit cards, 58.7 million, 5,399 accounts, chart off date 2007, $10,000 balance on them. Another group of mixed credit cards, national credit cards, $243.3 million, 45,810 accounts, chart off date 2007, 5,300 accounts, 5,300 average balance. Another group, mixed credit cards, 13.5 million, 1,457 accounts, 2007 charge off date, 9,000 average balance. Another group, mixed credit cards, uh, 10.2 million, 8,784 accounts. Chart off date 2006, 1,168 average balance. Another group 15.2 million, 11,000 accounts. 2008, 1,300 average balance. Another group mixed credit cards 28 million, 31,000, over 31,000 accounts. 2005 chart update, $923. Next group 40.3 million, 4,600, 910 accounts. Chart off date 2005, 2015, 1,300 in average balance. Now, let's just start at the beginning. The first thing that they're going to do is they're going to send a demand letter uh, after they do their skip tracing. Skip tracing is where they look at your credit reports, and they in the credit bureaus, all three have what's called a skip tracing feature where they allow debt collectors to try to find you. They're going to look at your credit reports. They're going to say, is this someone that we could potentially get money from? They're going to look at if you own a home, or if you have credit cards, if you have a job. They're going to just do like a synopsis of how you're living your life. Then they're going to send out demand letters to you. If you don't respond to the demand letter, even though this debt is past statute of limitations, to collect most of it is, if you don't respond, you're giving them permission to place it on your credit reports. Once they get it on your credit reports, it takes it to a new level. Now, if you, when you don't respond to that letter, takes it to a new level to put it on your credit reports, and it also says that you are saying that the debt is valid. And I know that that sounds crazy, but if you don't respond, you're saying that the debt is valid. So here, this is solution number one. When you get the debt validation, get the demand letter to pay a debt, you must respond to that. First step is to check your credit and also check your state to see when the legal statute of limitation for collecting debt passes in your state. You can go to my website, thecreditrepairshop.com, see when that date is. It's different for every state. I wish it was the same for every state. It's different for every state. Most of these are credit cards, which are open-end accounts. So I have a column that has for the open-end accounts. And if it's a closed-end account, then that's a contract account. If it's past that statute of limitations date, all you have to do is send them a letter stating that they're trying to collect a debt that is past the legal statute of limitations. You don't have to do a debt validation. If you do a debt validation for a debt that's past the legal statute of limitations, you're just opening a door for them to be able to just continue this mess. Know where you're at in the situation. Know where you're at. A lot of people that make comments here on YouTube, they're they're validating a debt that's past statute of limitations. You're opening up a door for them. Don't do that. So if it's past the statute of limitations, you send them a letter and you just say, don't bother me about this, but you do it with the way that with the way that I tell you to do it. But basically, you're saying you're coming after me for a debt that is past the legal statute of limitations. Below this video, I have a letter for that. All you have to do is send them that letter. If it's not past statute of limitations, then you do a debt validation letter, and I'm giving you the letter for that. Because if you let them come after you by not responding the right way, you're just making it harder on yourself. You're like scrambling everything up, and you're not responding when you can make all of this go away if you just follow my instructions and do it the right way. So step number one, uh, go to my website, thecreditrepairshop.com, go to my blog, type in statute of limitations, and see when this debt was, what the statute of limitations is for your particular state. If it's past statute of limitations, then you just send them the letter to cease the collection activities because they're coming after you for a debt that's past statute of limitations. If it's not past statute of limitations, then you send a debt validation letter because they normally don't get all the information to come after you for a debt that's past statute of limitations. All of this can go away quickly if you just do that. So get the free letter. I do ask for a donation. I think that it's right that I ask for a donation because this can stop you from having to pay thousands of dollars. It can stop you from ending up in court. Now, let's move forward here and answer some questions. And I want to start. Yeah, you see my team, Dallas Cowboys there. They went down hard yesterday. I mean, bad. They look bad. But I don't quit on my team. And that takes me into this next thing here about people quit on themselves, but they won't quit on their team, but they will quit on themselves. And I see this a lot. I see it in the comments. I see it where people email me and they want to succeed, but they are really just finding a way to quit on themselves. And one of the comments that I had here, they were asking me if they should go into bankruptcy because this debt collector has just taken full advantage of them. The court has let the debt collector win in court. And I don't know the specifics of the situation. I know you tried to write it out here, but let me tell you, a lot of stuff could be stopped if you did a debt validation at the beginning the right way. And there is no debt validation once you have lost the judgment and it is past the reopen date. There's really nothing that you could do other than look at potentially filing bankruptcy or doing a settlement for the amount. And what debt collectors are doing and what these lawyers are doing now to make new sources of revenue for themselves is they're buying up debt and they are going to court and they are winning judgments and then they are going to get payments and they don't care. They'll wait it out. They'll take $100 every 2 weeks from you, $500 a month from you. They don't care. All they're trying to do is to make revenue sources for themselves. And they just want to let it add up. If it adds up to be $10,000 a month from 100 people, they don't care. Or from 200 people, they don't care. They just want to let it add up. That's why you have to know what you're dealing with. And when you're going to court against someone that has purchased the debt, even if they put on there that they're representing the company, the only way you're going to make them reveal it is to ask the right questions. And when you respond to them in court with a solid debt validation, making them reveal if they purchased the debt, making them reveal if they've reviewed everything, every aspect about the debt, because they have to sign an affidavit, even if they're representing them themselves or another debt collector, or even if they're representing their client, which is the original creditor. They have to sign an affidavit that everything that they state is true. And when the only way that you can put them up against the wall to make sure that everything is true is to do a debt validation. And you do that with your answers to the court summons. And if you don't do that the right way, you're going to lose. And I have a service where we can prepare a pro se defense for you. At least you have a chance. At least you can make that debt collector's lawyer know that you're not just coming into court saying, I don't know what about this. That's what most people are doing. You're going into court and you're just throwing up your hands and you're just saying, I don't know what I'm going to do. And the judge has no choice but to just say, uh, do you owe this debt or not? And what is your defense for it? They don't even give you a chance to have a defense because you haven't provided any response to the court summons of your defense. So I have a service for that. The link is below this video too, if you have it. And don't just watch that video because you can't. Um, this service is not for if you've already lost the judgment. This service is if you are going to court and you need to have some type of defense made for you, and at least have a chance to make the debt collector think, hey, do I want to proceed? We've done these responses, and making one simple phone call could get your whole case dismissed, to where they would withdraw it. We've told clients, just make one simple phone call and ask one simple question, and by having them do that, it made them not proceed with the court, with the lawsuit. So it is very valuable, and I want everyone to understand where you're at in the process of being sued. And this couple, they said that they've paid over 12,000. They've garnished this person's check over $12,000, and now they come at them for another bill for $2,900. When I hear stuff like that, this is a person that is not understanding where they're at in the situation, and they're wondering if they should file bankruptcy. I think what you I can't give you advice on filing bankruptcy, but if you are under so much pressure to where you can't even manage this debt and manage your household, potentially you might be in a bankruptcy situation. Um, Someone here said, when an original creditor makes a settlement with you to settle a debt, shouldn't they send an agreement in writing? They should, but potentially they should if it's an agreement to uh, pay a lower amount, or if it's an agreement as a lump sum settlement, they would send that. Uh, but if it's the original creditor and you're paying the original amount that's owed, it's probably, and this is another thing. Are they making this original? Is the original creditor settling with you to pay the original amount, and you're just continuing paying payments? No, they're not going to have to. They're going to just be sending statements. If you're making a whole new agreement, yes, they would have to. Let's see here. The next one. Can you send a cease and desist letter to the attorney's office that sent me a collection letter? If it's past the cease and desist letter is for a debt that is past statute of limitations. Know where you're at in the process. Sending a cease and desist letter because you don't want them to send you to try to collect on a debt, it's not going to work if it's not past statute of limitations. The cease and desist letter should only be used if the debt is past the legal statute of limitations for collecting a debt. This is someone that said, "How do you join the Santander settlement that you haven't received anything from them?" Let's see. What should I do? What should or how do I join the Santander? It's not that you join. They send you information to say that you're in the settlement. That's what happens. What we've had people do is send a demand letter, especially if you've had the vehicle taken in a repossession, to see if you're in the settlement, and potentially to file a complaint saying that you felt that you were taken advantage of, even if you're not included in the settlement, that you want to file a complaint and potentially be added to the list. And that is a uphill battle, but it's a fight, and people have been getting relief that way. Uh, so if you're not in the settlement where they sent you a postcard in the mail, which was another gimmick because a lot of people threw that away because they thought it was a scam. If you didn't get that, then you need to contact them directly. Uh, Someone else said Santander, they got Santander against them and it took their credit score down 100 points. Not 100% sure what you mean by that. Uh, in a closed Coles account and it took their score down. Um, Not sure 100. Oh, okay. This is the uh, someone they. This was a double comment. Okay, yeah. You need to uh, contact them to see where you're at with your account, and then with the Coles account, if it's a closed account because you wasn't able to make the payments, then yes, they're gonna come after you. Either they're gonna sell that most likely to a debt collector. Let's see here. All right, that's it for the questions on here. A lot of people haven't been posting as many because I've been answering a lot of the stuff with when I do these videos here, but I have a whole gang of them that I need to answer, and I'll be answering those directly. So now, um, if I didn't answer this one about what the debt collectors, yeah, I did say it, but I'm going to reiterate it. Lawyers now, what their new strategy is to buy debt, and then they're going to go to court for themselves in there. They're really representing themselves, but they'll say that they're representing the debt collect, representing the original creditor, and they're going to um, get as many lawsuits filed as possible, many judgments. A lot of them are going to end up default judgments. They're going to take it to get garnishments, and they're trying to build up income for them. Uh, and really, there's going to be a lot of bankruptcies that are going to be uh, pushed out here. A lot of bankruptcies because people are just not going to be able to manage all of the debts payments to these debt collectors that are coming after them. A lot of people that lost their income, lost their jobs. It's just going to be very tough. Okay, now let's get into briefly with the wealth building. I had talked about it before about uh, what I've done with real estate, and now I'm going to talk about briefly what I've done in the stock market, my wife and I. And we're not going to be, I'm not like giving people advice on it. I'm just telling you what I've done. And I put a chart here of what happened to us since the beginning of the year. And I'm going to tell you the exact stocks that we invest in. So let me tell you what we have. And our strategy is to invest in stuff that we use, invest in companies that a lot of people are using, not this day trading type stuff. People make money with that, but I'm more on investing in stocks of companies that we believe are good companies and it's long-term investment. But if you get uh, good hits from them, we accept those. So here's our group. We have GoDaddy, we have Microsoft, we have Pfizer, which you already know what's going to happen with Pfizer with the COVID vaccine, but it's sitting where it has not jumped. We bought it at $34.73. It's only sitting at $36.70. And I'm going to tell you something behind this. This is something that we've learned with what's happening with stocks. Like what they do is they want to run scared money out and then all of a sudden the stocks boom. So we have Pfizer, we have PayPal, we have Roku, we have Square, we have Uber, and something that happened with Pfizer, they bought a company and we ended up getting shares that were purchased for us. We didn't even come out of any money. It's called VTRS. Don't know the exact name of the company, but the symbol is VTRS. They purchased the stock and gave us just 12 shares out of the blue for 15.44, and the shares now are at 17.24. We did not buy any of those shares that was given to us. Now, I have a chart here that I'm showing you, and if you pay attention to what happened in January, Uh, the stuff went well from the beginning. We had came back into the market in 2017 because we had gotten out of the market and put our money into real estate, flipping properties, and holding properties actually. And but we had put money in there, and then it had kind of went up, but just said we're going to go with the long term. And then you can see in January 2019, it had really went down below. It was at a little over 31,000, and then had dropped into the 20s. And I was listening to a video uh, from Reverend Ike. Uh, you all know that I listen to Reverend Ike audios and videos. I purchased them, not just the free stuff here on YouTube. Purchase the videos from them. They deserve to be purchased also. And there's one on there that says, "Don't judge things by the outer, uh, where don't you need to be the same person across the board, no matter if bad things are happening in your life, no matter if good things are happening in your life. You must not waver and jump up and down. You must be the same." And at this point, my wife and I made decisions where we were not going to sell our stock, leave it like it is. Because we believe that we have good companies. So that means that no matter what is going on in the economy, that leave it, because it's going to uh, move up gradually or whatever. It's going to move up. Only scared people will run. Only scared people will quit on themselves. And so we left it. And we saw that right after that, stuff started going up. And you can see here on the graph, it had went past the 31. So we had made those gains. And then the virus hit in January, you can see on the chart, and it dipped down, but we did not sell anything. It had dipped down, way down, from we had went into the 60s, and it came back down close, a little bit around 32,000. So we were in the 60s, and then we lost half of that. But we still left it alone. We did not touch it, because you must remain the same. We must remain the same. Scared people ran. When the market dips like that, what that is scared people running out of it. Scared people are running out of it. I know I'm repeating myself, but this is a lesson that you got to get in your head. This is for everything in life, even with your credit. Scared people run when things are not working right, even with their credit repair. Scared people run. Scared people run. We did not run out of the market, and look at where our stocks are today. So from January 2020, it had dipped down close back to about $33,000. And as of today, uh, uh, this is November 27th, it is at 160. Now I'm looking at real time now. It is at $163,727.13. Today's gain for one day, as of right now, before the market even opens, is at $1,176.79. So the stocks that, so I just mentioned, I'm going to run through them again. We have Carnival Cruise. I don't think I mentioned that one. Carnival Cruise, CCL, GoDaddy, Microsoft, Pfizer, PayPal, Roku, Square, Uber, and this VTRS stock that was given to us. Now, if you want to make and it one that I think is going to be a good stock to pick moving forward, which my wife and I have made a decision on, was Carnival Cruise. Right now, it is sitting at $21. That stock had moved up to, was once at $75. We bought 1,035 shares of that one at $17.65. That would be one, if you have some money set aside and you can play it out for the long haul. That stock is going to jump back, at minimum, back to $75. because number one, they're a good company, and number two, they have the funds to wait out what's going on with the virus, and the vaccines are going to start coming out uh, this month and over the next few months. So things are going to start normalizing, and people are going to be going back on cruise ships. So that that's what I wanted to share with stocks. And again, I'm not giving people stock advice. What I'm just sharing with you is what we've experienced with our stock investment and how we play the market. And I think that right now, this is a good time if you want to, if you have extra money put aside, this is a way that you can have your money make money. And also investing in mutual funds is if you're not uh, uh, where you feel comfortable investing in individual stocks, invest in mutual funds, and they invest that money for you and let that money grow over a period of time. So if you need help with your credit, please visit our website, thecreditrepairshop.com. If uh, you need that debt validation letter, it's below here. Please make a donation. I do ask for that, and it'll take you straight to get the either the cease and desist letter for them coming after a debt that's past statute of limitations, and the debt validation letter. You can also get that one. If you need your credit reports and scores, I really appreciate if you go to our website, the number three scores.com. That's also listed here on the website, and the link is below. That is one way that I help uh, monetize the channel because, you know, YouTube doesn't pay too well for the commercials that are being aired. So until next time, please have a happy and safe weekend. This is Stephen Williams, founder and president of the creditrepairshop.com. Thank you.